only do we mine Bitcoin, but we mine things like Kaspa.
If you're already mining Bitcoins, why did you just purchase more Bitcoins?
Oh, wow. Okay. Kaspa is
It's a proof of work coin.
Got
It's
it.
one of the up and coming coins.
Got it.
Yeah, people ask us, well, why are you mining Kaspa? What the hell's that? You're a Bitcoin miner. Well,
Internet speed crypto. Internet speed proof of work. So you keep the same ethos, the same principles of Bitcoin in the Nakamoto system, proof of work, blocks, transactions, all the things you're familiar with. And
Okay, well then maybe Bitcoin isn't digital currency at all.
Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos and welcome in today's episode. So in this video we're going to be talking about the Kaspa Smart Contracts. We only have a few days left before something really big happens to the Kaspa ecosystem. Kaspa Smart Contracts deployed by Kasplex, we can see that 5 days, 3 hours, 49 minutes and 10 seconds left. And as you can see in this website, they're saying that 0 weekends left to enjoy before lunch, two movies you could watch before smart contract, 0 month until blockchain revolution, 7,428 minutes before lunch, and all that stuff that they're trying to tease. But what I'm trying to say here is that this is going to be something really important in the Kaspa ecosystem. And it's one of the things that is actually unique for Kaspa, because some people believed that Kaspa could not support smart contracts. This was the myth, that Kaspa or any type of proof of work cannot support smart contracts. But this is going to be proven wrong on 31st of August. Just a few days left, a few nights, as they say. You can watch 2 movies, 0 months until blockchain revolution. All they're trying to say is that something really special is about to happen. We saw what happened with the crescendo hard fork. Many people expected that the effect of the crescendo hard fork was going to be seen on the price of Kaspa, but it was actually the opposite. When you're building infrastructure, you can't see the outcome on the spot because it takes a lot of time. The infrastructure that you build needs to get used. You don't build roads today and the next day you start to get profit. Those roads need to be used. For example, if you want to transport goods, if you want to transport people, if you want to do anything on those roads, that is what is really going to generate the income or the profit. So what the crescendo hard fork did to Kaspa is that it provided some really conducive ground for the building to take place. And the impact is what we are seeing now. Builders are coming on Kaspa. We are almost going to have Kaspa smart contracts, and it's not a small thing. Just like as how people were trying to dismiss a 10 blocks per second upgrade, I see the same thing. People are trying to dismiss Kaspa smart contracts. And at the same time, just remember, we are waiting on the yellow paper that we were promised by Yonatan Sompolinsky at the end of this month. Now, I find something really special when it comes to the updates that we're receiving right now and the timing when it comes to the market. And at the same time, I made a post, or I made a video about Binance teasing about listing Kaspa. They are providing instruction how to convert Kaspa to euros, how to convert Kaspa to euros, how to convert Kaspa to Canadian US dollars. So it is really interesting because things are lining up. I know we said the same things before the 10 blocks per second upgrade, but the stage that we're entering in the market is really crucial because things are now starting to move fast. The Fed is expected to cut interest rates after a long period of time. After 9 months of Jerome Powell battling with Donald Trump over interest rates, other central banks have already cut interest rates. So the US is already far behind. And if they want to catch up other central banks, they'll have to, let's say, do a 25 or 50 basis points in September. Now, what most people are now concerned is how fast the Fed is going to cut interest rates. It's not about whether they're going to cut interest rates or not. It's about how fast they're going to cut these interest rates. Are they going to do a 25 basis point? Are they going to do a 50 basis point? How long are they going to take in order to do these rate cuts? So this is one of the debates that is going on in the financial industry. And this actually links perfectly to Kaspa, because you have Kaspa Smart Contracts coming on August 31st, just before we enter September. And after we enter September, the big discussions are going to be around the Fed and them cutting interest rates. It's going to be really special. It's going to be really amazing. And at the same time, you have Kaspa Smart Contracts go live. I think this could really, really ignite something when it comes to the markets. And we know exactly how the markets really react to these types of financial moves. The markets don't react only to the technology or only to the ecosystem pumping, their token and everything. It all aligns with what is happening in the economic space. And as we can see right now, things are starting to link. We are seeing Kaspa Smart Contracts. The Fed is doing their thing. And at the same time, building is not going to stop when it comes to Kaspa. Listings are going to come. Binance, Coinbase, OKX, Crypto.com. We still have a lot of big players that haven't listed Kaspa. And I think it is actually a good thing, because they are trying to delay listing Kaspa. They are going to list Kaspa at the middle of the hype. When everybody is excited, they are trying to find out what coin to buy. That's when they put Kaspa there. It's going to be really special. Now is the time to prepare yourself. Now is the time to lock in, get your Kaspa. So it is really important to prepare yourself for situations like this and don't get left behind. When people are now starting to figure out what is Kaspa, after Kaspa starts to hit the big stages, top tier 1 exchanges listing Kaspa simultaneously, you won't have time to really think. You won't have time to start now thinking, okay, how do I buy Kaspa? How do I store my Kaspa? And there's something that I'm working on in the background, which I cannot wait to reveal, because we have a good partnership that is going to come out. And I'll present this partnership with you. And it's really, really important, especially when it comes to the bull run, because when the bull run starts, that's when scammers also get to work. They know there's a lot of money to be made, because most people don't know how to store their crypto. It's one thing to buy crypto, and it's another thing to know how to store your crypto, keep them safe, so that when you make profits, you don't make profits for somebody else. So we have a really good partnership with Tangem that is going to come out. I'm going to give a very, very good promotion for the people that are going to use my link in order to purchase for their Tangem wallets. And I think Tangem is one of the special self-custody wallets that has been really, really, supportive of the Kaspa ecosystem. And I think it is really going to be really amazing. So stick around, because something is really going to happen. And I am currently in a process of bringing you something really, really important. So we have this post from Paul Vonson, which says, he said, all revolutionary developments undergo by nature a period of high skepticism, as people have never witnessed their exceptional effects before in their life. This happened when it comes to Tesla, when it comes to Nikola Tesla, who invented alternating current. This happened to Bitcoin. And this is also happening to Kaspa. At the time when alternating current was being introduced by Nikola Tesla, people are using direct current. And people are so reluctant to move from direct current to alternating current. Because when it comes to direct current, it is actually very, very slow. And you have to stick poles every 5 meters for you to transmit electricity. So when it comes to alternating current, it is really fast, and you can distribute electricity to a large population. So instead of using direct current, Nikola Tesla said, okay, I have a good alternative. Why don't we use alternating current? It is really fast. It can scale. We can reach a lot of people. But the thing is, the big people, the top wealthy people that have a lot of investments when it comes to the infrastructure, they did not want Nikola Tesla to give free energy. They did not want Nikola Tesla to provide a technology that is going to lighten the world for free. So that's why they started, fighting Nikola Tesla. JP Morgan decided to pull out the fundings because Nikola Tesla was working on some really, really big inventions. So the same is happening with Kaspa. It happened back with Bitcoin. And the really good recent example is Bitcoin, because in 2011, 2012, 2013, most of the people did not know about crypto. They did not know about Bitcoin. But look at what is happening right now. So we have evidence that is very, very recent. We have fresh evidence from Bitcoin. But at the same time, most of the people are still sleeping on Kaspa. All revolutionary developments undergo by nature a period of high skepticism. People have never witnessed their exceptional effects before in their life. With Nikola Tesla, he invented alternating current. I think this is the basis of the electricity that we are using now. We can now use ultrasounds, microwaves, X-rays, railway roads, radio stations. Everything started with him having an idea about alternating currents. If Nikola Tesla had decided, let's say, to stick with direct current, I think we would be living in very, very different times. But because he decided to look outside the box, and it's not like he invented something really special, because he looked at direct current and saw the flows of direct current. It is really slow. It cannot scale. It takes a lot of infrastructure. You have to put poles every 5 meters for you to transmit electricity. You cannot do that and lighten the whole city or the whole country. It was really difficult. And at that period of industrialization, we needed electricity. So it was a really good invention. People are skeptic. And because Thomas Edison was so afraid that his technology now was going to die, that's when he started to attack Nikola Tesla. He started to show demonstrations how alternating current is actually dangerous. How dogs, cats, and other animals have been electrocuted with alternating current. They even went ahead to electrocute an elephant just to prove the point that alternating current is very dangerous. So the same is happening with Kaspa when it comes to crypto. People are saying that, Kaspa is really fast, but there's a lot of flows, there's a lot of hard forks, there's a lot of this and that. It is only 2 billion, it's too risky. You can lose your money, it can fail, the hash rate is down, there's no listings. So all these are the things that people are scared of. But when you look back in the days, the same happened for Bitcoin. The same thing happened for Nikola Tesla with alternating current. So you have to decide, are you going to jump into Kaspa when it is already at 100 billion market cap, or when it is already at $500 billion in market cap, or are you just going to decide to have conviction and jump into Kaspa when it is at this current market cap? 2 billion market cap is really small when it comes to Kaspa. Some other post that I find really interesting is from Kaspa Slovenia, and they said, if a coin like Kaspa doesn't become top 3 coin one day, then I seriously don't get crypto. My knowledge is questionable, or crypto is not what we think it is, because Kaspa is just that good. The tech, community, development. So it's actually obvious. It makes you really think, like, if Kaspa doesn't really succeed, if Kaspa fails, or if Kaspa doesn't get adopted, like, what else are we looking for in crypto? Because if something takes a really successful protocol, for example, Bitcoin, and refines it to the maximum, it took a decade of research for Kaspa to get launched, for Kaspa to come out into fruition. And if this project really fails and other centralized VC-backed cryptocurrencies succeed, then I also think the same as Kaspa Slovenia. Either my knowledge is questionable or crypto is not what I actually think it is. So there's all reasons for Kaspa to succeed. But it all needs time. It all needs people to become patient, people to have conviction and trust the process. So Kaspa Smart Contracts, 31st of August, yellow paper from hashtag Yonatan Sompolinsky, end of this month. Fed rate cuts. Everything is lining up. Top tier 1 listings. And we also have crypto regulation. Regulatory clarity, that was a big topic back in the days. People are crying about regulatory clarity. Now you're starting to have regulatory clarity. Now governments are interested in crypto. So everything is really exciting. It is the perfect timing for Kaspa. The more they delay on listing Kaspa, the better. No need to complain, just get more Kaspa, because once Kaspa hits these big stages, Binance, Coinbase, OKX, Crypto.com and other exchanges, it won't be this much cheap. The price is obviously going to go up. So if you are crying about listings and at the same time you don't have enough Kaspa, I don't get. I am really confused. Like, what do you really want? Do you really want Kaspa to go up without you getting a lot of Kaspa? Or do you want to get enough Kaspa and let them decide when they list? Because anyway, they are going to list. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next episode.